Welcome to Amaya channel. Now we are doing the continuation of relation and function. We have already discussed till reflexive relation, symmetric and transitive relation. Now we are going to do antisymmetric relation. Okay. Now what is antisymmetric relation? One time let me take out pen. Okay. But an anti-symmetric relation, it is just like symmetric relation, but there is one difference in this. Difference is when AB belongs to R, BA belongs to R, then A will be equal to B. This is additional condition in symmetric relation. So any relation which will be anti-symmetric will have A equal to B. Then only it will be called as anti-symmetric relation. Can you give me one example of it? One example. Think about and give me one example on your own. That one example, one element you show me which can be anti-symmetric. Think about it and say, because you are going to write board exam. I'm not. I can give you many examples, but I want you to give me one example. Very good, Harniwala. Awesome. Super. 1, 1. That means identity relations. Shyam 1, 1, 2, 2. Correct. All the identity relations will be anti-symmetric. Bang on. God bless you both. Because look here, it is for understanding. You are going to write the exam. You have to understand. And you know what? This video, what we are making, it will run in YouTube for years. And years people will know your name that you have given this answer. Okay, once they will see this video will reach them. They will be knowing that these children understood it to this level. Okay, so I'm not doing a small work right now. You are exactly building for others also, giving them the inspiration that if I can do it, you can also do it. So now look here, beta. A comma B, B comma A. That means A is equal to B. Very, very good answer. That means what? Illustration will come. So what is the difference between antisymmetric and symmetric relation? One difference you tell. Antisymmetric and symmetric relation. One difference. Only one I want. Who will type and say? I'm not getting answers from you. One difference, beta. One difference. Farhana, in symmetric relation, symmetric condition, A is won't be satisfied. Very good. Symmetric condition, A is not equal to B, but it is there in anti-symmetric condition. Awesome. Very good. This is what I was wanting. Sham, A is equal to B in anti-symmetric condition. Harniwala, anti-symmetric is only identity relation. This is the bang on point. Anti-symmetric is only identity, but symmetric is identity and universal. No, it will be exactly satisfying that also. But here, one important condition is A is equal to B. And that makes anti-symmetric different from symmetric. Correct. All of you are correct. Harnibala is also correct. It is exactly satisfying. Identity relation is satisfying this anti-symmetric condition. Correct answer. Super. So now, beta, we will go for next illustration. Universal. Let's see. Okay, Maheshwar is telling anti-symmetric means that the only way for both A related to B, B related to A, and it holds for A is equal to B. It can be reflexive, but it cannot be symmetric for two distinct elements. Clap for you, Maheshwar. You have nailed it. You told the entire part of it. I'm very, very happy that you have given this condition. Super. That means he has given out the entire content of the understanding, what I was trying to build. Very good, beta. Very good. God bless you. So this is what the spirit I'm needing. I will teach only few children, but that children should represent best quality. Okay, very, very good. I'm proud of all of you. Very good. Farhana, anything you want to add up, beta, here? Anyone, Vishiga, Yuvashri, want to add up? Harnibala, today Bang on performance. I don't have to say, public will say how you have performed today. Okay, so that means what? A is related to B, B is related to A. That means A is equal to B is antisymmetric relation, and antisymmetric relations are identity relation. Okay, now universal relation, let's see, is universal relation going to satisfy this? So universal relation on a set A containing at least two elements is not antisymmetric. That's why Harni Bala wrote it is only identity. I have understood that point itself, Harni, but I didn't told that why you have not said. I changed my words because of this statement only. Okay, why not it universal? That is why. Why it will not be universal? Because there is a very important condition that if A is not equal to B, R in A, then A is related to B, B is related to A, but under that condition, A will not be equal to B. Then it will not be universal. It will not be universal. Okay. So universal relation on set A containing at least two elements is not universal. More than two elements, big sets, we can think about it. But for two elements, it is not universal. At least two elements if it is having, it is not universal. Happy to know? Correct only, you have given correct statements only, and universal. So exactly till now you have seen reflexive. Reflexive is what? It is identity universal. Symmetric, identity universal. Transitive, identity universal. Antisymmetric, is it identity and universal both? Quickly say. No, very good, Pritika. It is not, it is only identity, Harniwala. Thank you, Harniwala. That time I didn't reveal what you were wanting to say. Pritika, only identity. Anish is telling, no, it is only identity. Bang on performance, bang on performance. You are better than me. In this age, if you can go to this level, means in my age, what you will do? Now, better next one. Illustration number 3. Illustration number 3 is telling that let R is a relation on set of natural number. You see, here also set of natural number came. Here it is telling that here B divides, when this symbol is there, na, what does this means? Can anybody tell me? Is it an antisymmetric relation? Think about it. A divides B, B divides A. Okay, that means A is equal to B. If 2 can divide 2, 2 can divide 2, that means what? 2 is equal to 2. Beta, but 4 can divide, 2 is dividing 4. 4 cannot divide 2, na? Fraction will come. Because, and this half, whatever number came, it does not belongs to set of natural number. Tell me yes or no. It will not be belonging. So beta, you have to see all reflexive cases, all reflexive or all identity case, sorry, better say take all identity cases, because in reflexive some element will be like that, but all identity cases will satisfy this antisymmetric relation. Okay, specifically when it will be in set of real numbers, sort of natural numbers, sorry, not real numbers, set of natural numbers. But it should be noted, in set of integers, it will not satisfy this condition. Antisymmetric will not be satisfied. A cannot be equal to minus A. Antisymmetric cannot be satisfied. A cannot be equal to A. Okay, beta. Now here set conditions. You see, almost all illustrations are going with this. Okay, all illustrations are going with this condition. Anyone explain this one? Just type and say illustration 4, because beta we have discussed about it. See this illustration and tell me, understood or not? This illustration type. Thank you, Vishika. It is that only. From power set, what you are doing, beta? Like previous example, what I have shown you that that section power set was there. We took 3 elements. So here, if we will say that A is a subset of B and B is also a subset of A, that means what I told you, na beta, A will be equal to B. You remember yesterday's class, we discussed R is equal to R inverse. What I told, when R will be a subset of R inverse will be a subset of R, then definitely R is equal to R. So these are subsets, and these subsets are exactly A subset of B, B subset of A. That means A is equal to B. Understood, everyone? So it will be antisymmetric. Be very careful for antisymmetric. Antisymmetric will not be satisfied by many conditions. Some conditions are there where it is satisfying. So you have to remember these points. But a less than type also, if A is less than B, A is less than B, B is less than A, then A will be equal to B. But beta, look here, very particular. I'm telling one very important point. If A is less than B, B is less than A, then 100% this condition will not be there. Strict inequality. In case of strict inequality, it will not be antisymmetric. One more time I'm telling, how can 2 less than 3 and 3 will be less than 2? So in case of strict inequality, not possible. But here down, equal to sign is there. So this equal to sign, till when this equal to sign will be there, it will be perceived that if A is less equals B, B is less equals A, that means A is equal to B. A is equal to B. I hope you might have understood this part. Understood or not, beta? Tell me. So this conditions, Pritika is telling, Harni, Bala, Maheshwal, everyone is telling, understood. Very good, beta. Very, very, very good. So this is what I'm expecting from all of you. That till this much in-depth information. And today, though, you won my heart. You gave very good answers. Super. So now, over. All different type of relations over. So how many type of relations are there? Void relation, universal relation, reflexive relation, symmetric relation, transitive relation, and antisymmetric relation. Among them, reflexive, symmetric, transitive. RST together is called as equivalence relation. RST, reflexive, symmetric, transitive. PQRST. If you will forget everything, remember ABCD, you remember. Okay, ABCD, R, S, T, U, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. R is reflexive, S is symmetric, and T is transitive. So all these three are exactly coming together. It is what? It is equivalence. Understood? So when three of them will come together, it will be called as equivalence relation. Understood, everyone? So now only example doing is in our hand. Now question is, show that the relation R on a set of ABC given by condition is reflexive but neither symmetric nor transitive. They're telling show that it is reflexive but it is not transitive, it is not symmetric, not transitive. Let's see. 1 1 2 2 3 3. It is set of A. A is exactly having set of 9 elements. 1 1 2 2 3 3. like that. It is containing all set of 9 elements. So beta here relation given is 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3, 1 2, 2 3. Now how to see it is reflexive or not? Since A is containing element 1 2 3, that means, and in relation 1 1 2 2 3 3 is there, so it is reflexive. Now is it symmetric beta? Here 1 comma 2 is there. Where is this its opposite? What is the opposite of 1 comma 2? 2 comma 1, is it there in relation? Is 2 comma 1 there in relation? No. Correct Harnibala, correct Vishiga, correct Pritika, correct Anish. Everyone is correct. It is not there. So it is not symmetric. What about transitive condition beta? Check about transitive condition. Is it transitive condition? Look here beta. Here 1 comma 2 is there, 2 comma 3 is there. Which one is missing? 1 to 2 link is there, 2 to 3 link is there. Which link is correct Vishika, correct Maheshwal? What is missing here is 1 comma 3. So since 1 comma 3 is not here inside, it is not a transitive relation. What is the link of transitive relation? In transitive relation, we have already understood that identity relations are reflexive. 1 1 2 2 3 3, all these 3 and reflexive relations will be exactly coming under transitive. But 1 comma 2 is there, then 2 comma 3 is there, then definitely 1 comma 3 must be there. If 1 comma 3 is there, then only it is transitive, otherwise it is not. And 1 comma 3 is missing, so it is not transitive. So one simple question, did you enjoy today's class? You learned anything? If you will have any doubt, please refer the video one more time. So all the videos are there in your group. You can see it anytime and you can solve the questions. So tomorrow will be a very important session. Tomorrow will be question answer session. Saturday will be test, okay, as usual. Again, test session will be starting, but this time for class 12th, test session will be totally different. It will be online test, okay? You will be writing the answer in front of me. So whatever in relation I taught, just revise it one more time. Okay. Bye everyone. Thank you Anish. God bless you beta. Thank you beta. Bye everyone.